And welcome back to Montreal. We have a big day ahead of us. As you can see on the screen now, it is the day before the trade deadline. And we got a lot to do. We got a lot going on. We have some big moves that we're going to make today. We have a lot to do, like I just said. But before we start going out there and we start making some big booty blockbuster trades, we need to jump into this screen here and we need to figure out which type of player our team needs. So if we go to entire league and we sort by goals for per game, and then we scroll all the way to the bottom, there's us, Montreal. We are in the bottom 10 teams in goals for per game. And if you go to goals against per game, wait, hang on, was that right? Yeah, goals for per game, we are all the way at the bottom. I shouldn't say all the way, but we are relatively close to the bottom. Goals against per game, we are really good at limiting the amount of goals scored on us per game. So we need to score more goals, and we need to not compromise our defense. That is what we need to do. So I have a couple moves in my head that I know kind of what I want to do. So this trade is absolutely pivotal to making sure that all this stuff can happen. I know in a previous episode I said that I really wanted a first round pick for this year. And the Chicago Blackhawks have a first round pick for this year, and they are a team that is going to miss the playoffs. So I am going to go out and get this first round pick, and I'm also going to get Nick Foligno. I'm going to take that $4 million for 1 year off their books. He is not putting up a whole lot of points, but he is a good defensive forward, and that is exactly what we need. Good defensive forward to play on that bottom six. Nick Foligno is going to be that guy, and he's like dirt cheap. He has no trade value. The other guy we're getting is Jonah Gadjevich. We need more power forwards. We need more big bodies in the AHL, and Jonah Gadjevich, I think, is going to be that guy. He's only 1 year. He costs no money, and he's producing he's producing fine. What we are giving up, however, might seem to be a little bit steep. We are giving up Jesse Yolonen, who is producing very well for us on that fourth line. We are also giving up Will Trudeau, who has the possibility to become an NHLer. We are also giving up Calgary's first round pick next year, Pittsburgh's second round pick next year, and one of our 4 fifth round picks for this year. So the reason we're giving up Yolonen is because we are taking a winger away from Chicago. And Chicago, if we look, they need some help on the wing. Left wing, they have Hall, Donato, Athanasiou. We're taking Filonen. We're taking Gadjevich. Kachuk is kind of in the same boat as Yolonen. You know, he can be molded into a serviceable NHLer. On the right wing, they have Radish, Corey Perry, and Phil Kessel. 2 of these guys are probably going to retire at the end of the year. And Taylor Radish, he's producing pretty well. Okay, Taylor Radish is a bit of a stud. But they need some help on the wing. Solid defensive prospect, first round pick, second round pick, and a 5th. And we are addressing our needs. We are getting a first round pick, a lottery first round pick for this year, Nick Foligno, and Jonah Gadjevich. That trade is not going to go through. Cross your fingers, hope to die. Jesse Yolonen, Will Trudeau, second, first, third, all next year. For a first this year, Nick Foligno and Jonah Gadjevich. Bada bing, bada boom. It was that easy. So easy. But the guy that I am pivoting to plays for the Philadelphia Flyers. And his name is Cam York. 2 years left at 1.6 mil. He's got 28 points, so he has less points than Matheson. But the important thing is he fits on defensive pairing 1. And he's relatively the same trade value as Matheson. Whomst the Philadelphia Flyers already have expressed interest in. So this is a huge cap retainer for us because we are not taking on 4.8 million for the next 3 years, and we can upgrade to a defenseman who isn't maybe as good now, but will be so much better in the long run. The only caveat is that we do have to add Jan Mysak into this deal. Who, you look at this guy, he's got 15 goals and 3 assists in the minor leagues. This he's not going to be anything. He's 21, low top 9, he's only 68 overall. Get off the team. Say hello to Cam York. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. RHP is here. This team honestly looks pretty solid. The only improvement I think we could make would be on a second line power forward. And then bumping Marchment down to the second line. Newhook down to the fourth like that. And then RHP either gets traded or demoted to the AHL. So that is kind of what I'm thinking. And then in a perfect world, it would be like an 84, 85 overall power forward here. What would he need? He would need... Oh, fucking hell, I can't even... He'd carry, shot, balanced would be what he would need. Okay, carry, shot, balanced. Oh, but Marchment is perfect for the second line. So who's not? Marchenko. Is he better on the third line? No. Where is he best? Marchenko might not fit our scheme. That would be terrible, but he's still playing well, so that's okay. There's already a playmaker on that line. This is meta. My top 6 is meta. And that's all I need. So I could do the third line sniper. Oh my god. But Monahan's playing so well. 37 points. 38 points for Gallagher. And then Newhook is what's that? That's 34. Okay, my third line is brazy. What I have done is given contracts to Adam Clendenning, Ethan Prow, and the sickest fucking name I've ever heard of, Axel Anderson. All of these guys, well, Clendenning and Prow have scheme fits for our third defensive pairing and their offensive defenseman, which is exactly what I need. And Anderson, I signed him for the AHL. He's still a young guy, and he's already pretty good overall. So hopefully we can mold him into something. So this is something that we have to do, and honestly, I don't know if this is going to go through, but Novak Sundin-Mayu, we are sending over to the St. Louis Blues because I just offered a whole bunch of contracts, and I want some contract flexibility in case we want to make some moves at the deadline. So these are all guys who are just completely dog shit and aren't even playing on the AHL team, so we're just going to send them to St. Louis for 7th. Boom, there we go. Freed up some contracts, and now I think we are ready to go into the trade deadline. I don't have any moves off the top of my head that I want to make because I already made them all before the deadline. But if somebody offers me a trade that I absolutely can't refuse, I'm going to have to accept it. What I'm looking for is first round picks for this year. AHL forwards, and honestly, just players who would be upgrades for this team. So Elias Lindholm is on the trade block. He would be stunning to go after. This guy would be a huge asset, but I think we already have enough playmakers, and he's a center too. We're way too deep down the middle. Way too deep down the middle. Or else I'd go after a guy like Kadri too. Maybe not with that contract. John Tays, Alex Edler, and a 7th to the Boston Bruins in exchange for Jeremy Swayman. That is crazy. Babbling about just words on my screen. I'm just saying what I'm seeing. So Swayman was on the block. He just got moved. Spencer Knight is also on the trade block. Big trade alert for Tampa Bay. They're sending Nick Paul and a 2nd to the Coyotes in exchange for Matt Dumba, Travis Boyd, and Travis Dermott. That's a huge trade. That sucks for us because Tampa is in our division, and they just got a lot stronger. I would like to go after a guy like Spencer Knight, but I wonder what it would take. Because he's signed for 3 years at 4.5. That's fantastic. He's not playing particularly well this season, but that's okay. That's okay. Oh, I didn't read that I didn't read that trade that the Vegas Golden Knights just made. They acquired Kevin Hayes from St. Louis in exchange for a 1st and a prospect. That is a crazy steep price to make. I'm going to go on and find trade for Mr. Spencer Knight because I would like to have him on my team. I would. He's on the block. They're actively shopping him. Okay. So, they don't want to give him to me. We have nothing that they find appealing. That's a bit of a bummer. Top 10 players, all available. Give me everybody available. I want to see them all. Tom Wilson would be crazy to go after. Anthony Duclair could be a guy. I'm hitting the right stick and nothing's happening. Be a guy that we go after. 20 goals already on the year. 2nd line sniper. He fits on the forward line 1, which isn't going to happen. But we could put him on that 3rd line. With no, that's not going to work. We could oh my god, maybe it will. We can go after Duclair. We can put Marchenko on the 3rd line. And then we can have it be Duclair, Doc, and Marchment on the 2nd line. That could work. That absolutely could work. Let's see. What do the San Jose Sharks want for Anthony Duclair? We are going to find out right now. Well, they got Barabanov on the block, too. Ooh, maybe we go after them both. What if? What if we just go after them? Okay, Caden Gooley's not on the block. Cam Yorka's not on the block. I will trade you Justin Barron, but I will not trade you Adin Hill. This could be something. Barabanov and Duclair, they already have chemistry. And they both only have 1 year left. Adin Hill is not on the block. Gustav Lindstrom is not on the block. But if we trade for these guys, we are going to have an open spot on the wing. So we currently have Marchment, Slavkovsky, Foligno, and RHP on our wing. Whoops, we're getting an offer. Complete waste of my time. And now we have to go in and do that shit all again. That is awesome. I'm very happy that that is a feature in the game. Edit trade. Boom, boom. So, if we are getting 2 wingers, we are going to have to give up a winger because our spots on the wing are full at the moment. We have Caulfield, Marchenko, Gallagher. Marchenko would slide down to that 3rd line, in place of Duclair, who would be on that second line, which would bump... What would it do? It would bump Newhook. No, it would bump RHP off the team. So we can give RHP back to San Jose because Duclair comes into that second line, Barabanov comes into that third line, Newhook goes to the fourth line, and RHP doesn't have anywhere to go. RHP has no more future as a Montreal Canadian. Honestly, it wouldn't hurt them if we gave them one of them. Of for 2 seconds. Alright, so if I want Anthony Duclair, which I do, we have to be quick. We have to be quick. I think that I could honestly get him for a second. Okay, well, Anthony Duclair just got traded to the Colorado Avalanche. Oh my god, the two guys that I was going after, they both get traded back to back before I can make the deal. That is heartbreak. That is absolutely horrible. GM Gritch he's not world class, I'll tell you that. Oh, this is something. This is something. Matthew Roy and Victor Arvidsson for a second and a third. Matt Roy, a two-way defender, I don't want. Victor Arvidsson, a sniper, I do want. He fits on the forward line too, which is kind of perfect. That would bump Marchenko down to the third line, which is where, honestly, I think he's better. So I don't want Roy. And, oh my god, Arvidsson just got traded to the fucking Red Wings, man. Oh my god! Oh my god, okay, I gotta be quicker. I gotta be faster. Everybody I'm looking at gets moved before I can pull the trigger. I am looking for a second line sniper. That is all I want. Keep looking for a sniper. Sniper, fill the fucking thrill. Oh my god. You know what? We're gonna go for Phil Kessel. I don't know if he can fit on the second line. He's 71 years old. He does fit on the second line. That's where his scheme fit is listed. But I don't think he's producing to the level of what I'm looking for. Let's see, there was somebody else, Mike Hoffman, that was right next to Phil. Yeah, Mike Hoffman, sniper, return fourth line forward. For Mike Hoffman, 12 goals, fits on the forward line too. Should we bring Mike Hoffman back to Montreal? Let's see, they just want a fourth line forward. We have a left winger by the name of Raphael Harvey-Pinard. Mike Hoffman has too much retained salary. Okay, don't retain any fucking salary. They try to retain his whole freaking contract, man. What the shit? Alright, instead you can retain 50%. Retain 50% of that contract. And then I want something back too. I want a little bit more bang for my buck. Philip Zadina would be awesome, but that's completely unrealistic. Let's keep this in the realm of possibility here. Radim Simek. Oh, this is a guy we looked at earlier in the year. Nikolai Kinzov. That's completely not correct at all. Defensive defenseman, fits on the defensive pairing 3. We're going to add him in here. This looks like a fair trade to me. RHP, left wing playmaker, exactly what they were asking for Hoffman, was a fourth line forward. Mike Hoffman, second line sniper, half the salary retained, and Nikita K, defensive defenseman, fits on the third line pairing. San Jose, will you say yes? No. Okay. Let's take this guy off, and let's go for somebody else. Who is this? Okachuk? Nikita Okachuk? Let's go. We're going after another Nikita, and that trade is going to go through. RHP is off the team. Mike Hoffman is on the team. That is an upgrade. I think Sean Monahan might be looking pretty expendable at this moment in time. He is a third liner for us. Two-way forward. 1 year left on that contract. I honestly don't know if we're going to bring him back next year because we already have so many centers waiting on the wings, ready for their shot. So Sean Monahan is looking like a guy who we can get rid of while he still has value. So we are going to fine trade Sean Monahan just to see what we can get. What I am looking for is either a center playmaker for that third line or a playmaking winger for that third line with hopefully more than 1 year left on that deal. Hulk, I don't want picks, I don't want Kyra, I don't want Beck. We just gave them Beck and Engstrom. And they want to give them back fucking Kyle Palmieri we could get. And a pick and a fourth. Nimella. Chaz Lucius. That is interesting. I don't know what kind of player he is, but they want to get rid of him. He's a sniper. And he's also a really big project. Medium top 6, 75 overall. No. Let's see who's on the trade block that we... It's like, that's super cheap. At least to me. The Oilers are 48, 10, and 3. I had to do a double take because I didn't think I saw that right, but the Edmonton Oilers are 48, 10, and 3. That is unbelievable. Spencer Knight? Could we do Monahan for Spencer Knight, do you think? No. Marc-Andre Fleury and Kevin Lankinen on the block? How long left on Fleury? And is he playing well? He's playing okay, and 1 year left. Oh, we have 50 minutes. If we want Fleury, we gotta go within 50 minutes. This seems poetic. Marc-Andre Fleury, the French Canadian. Okay, hold on. Alright, hold on. Just hold on, please. Somebody, right now, hold on. Brandon Duhaime sucks. Center. Somebody. This doesn't make sense. I have to give up a pick for Marc-Andre Fleury. How about that? I gotta give up a second round pick for Marc-Andre Fleury and a fourth next year for Marc-Andre Fleury. This would be poetic. We bring back Marc-Andre Fleury, the French-Canadian legend, to his hometown team, the Montreal Canadiens, bring him on board for a playoff run. We give up a second-round pick, Colorado second-round pick, for next year, or for this year. Pick for next year. Hopefully, we will be in a playoff position. Marc-Andre Fleury, in his last year, most likely before retirement, he's 39. Can we get a Canadian on board for the playoff run? And Marc-Andre Fleury, you are a Montreal Canadian. Let's go. Oh, I'm gonna have to cut Shield. Oh yeah, he's playing like shit too. Yeah, you're done, buddy. You are done. Oh, Carey Price, man. I miss this guy. Alright, as the seconds wind down, that looks like it is going to be the end of the trade deadline. And I would go as far as to call that a success. Raphael Harvey-Pinard and Marc-Andre Fleury are in. We addressed them, and I think we are a much better team because of that. Let's round off. Let's see what some of the big deals were. So Oscar Sundqvist, a 4th and a 5th to Colorado for a prospect. So obviously our move for Marc-Andre Fleury. A 2nd and a prospect to Washington for Joel Edmondson and a couple picks. Trevor Moore goes to Arizona for 2 seconds. Two prospects and a 3rd go to the Sharks for a 4th. Josh Bailey and 2 others. How did Josh Bailey end up on the Sharks, bro? Mike Hoffman and Nikita Okhotyuk from San Jose for RHP. That's a great trade for us. I'm loving that trade. Jacob Vrana goes back to the Red Wings with the 3rd for a 2nd. And Albert Johansson prospect. Chris Tanev goes to the Jets for a pair of prospects. Sean Walker to the Devils for a pair of 3rds. Connor Clifton, some picks, goes to Ottawa for some prospects. That's kind of an interdivisional deal we got to keep our eyes on. You want to talk about an interdivisional deal we have to keep our eyes on. Victor Arvidsson to the Red Wings for a 2nd and a 3rd. I wanted this guy so bad. I wanted Arvidsson over Hoffman with every ounce of my being. Oh man, this went downhill so fast. We were going to trade for Anthony Duclair and Alexander Barabanov. Right before we pull the trigger, Barabanov goes to the Jets, so we have to scrap that deal. We come back looking for Duclair, and then Duclair, right before we pull the deal, goes to Colorado, so we have to scrap that. And then LA offers us Victor Arvidsson. They wanted us to have him, and right before we said yes to that deal, he gets shipped off to Detroit. So then we have to come back to San Jose and say, hey, we'll take Mike Hoffman. And there we go. Oh my god, the Atlantic Division just got so much better. Semyon Varlamov goes to Buffalo. I didn't even see that. Oh my gosh, Tom Wilson to Columbus. Jack Roslovic to the Devils. Ooh. Kevin Hayes obviously to Vegas. Okay, and then we are all caught up. That is unbelievable. The Atlantic Division just got so much stronger after that trade deadline. Oh my gosh, I'm a little bit scared, but we got stronger too. So I'm not completely scared. Oh man, but I'm really scared. Marc-Andre Fleury and Adin Hill are gonna carry this team on their shoulders. Goaltending was of big concern for me heading into this season, and we went right out and we fixed it. We brought in Hall of Famer Marc-Andre Fleury, and this guy, Adin Hill from Vegas. Alright, so for the AHL, we got Sean Farrell still in that first line. We bumped up Mitchell Stevens just because the chemistry is a little bit better. And then we have this Emil Heineman guy who could be something. Josh Roy, Stankoven, and Gadjevich works out on that second line well enough. Strange's Simoneau and Lagar looks good. Kemelin from, I think it was Arizona in the Valimaki. Norlinder, this guy and Brady Keeper. And between the pipes, we're going to be giving the starts to Caden Primo just because I want to grow this guy as much as possible. He's listed as a minor starting goalie. I want him to grow as much as possible, so we're going to play him there. And we're going to have Montembeault backing him up. We are going to go ahead and use these lines, these beautiful, beautiful lines, and we are going to sim the rest of the season out. And hopefully, your Montreal Canadiens will be in the Stanley Cup playoffs. So who do we make some big trades with? San Jose, Minnesota. We don't play them. But Philly, we made a big trade with Philly. Here we go. So we are going to sim up until March 28th. That is our first game against the Philadelphia Flyers and Cam York's former team. These free agents. Wow, Ethan Prouse said, fuck no. Alright, so these guys. Oh, and Elias Anderson's back. Beautiful. Alright, so these minor league guys all said yes to coming onto the team. What I want to do is just see how they fit, see how they work. If they fit badly, AHL. If they fit well, enjoy your stay. Oh yeah, we got Okachuk as well. We're going to send him to the AHL. He's got a lot of growing left to do. Roster moves. So Okachuk goes down in the system. Clendening. And what the fuck was his name? What was your name, brother? I don't remember. Is he already in the NHL? Is that a possibility? No, I don't remember this guy's name. I feel like I'll know it when I see it. I think he was a 74. But he's not a defenseman. Oh, Axel Anderson, that's right. Okay, you're coming up. Over the allowable player limit. Okay, whatever. Bodine, go down. I don't want to see you ever again. Boom, 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 boom. We got some lines to edit. Okay, so we are going to try Clendening on the bottom pair. Wow, that is a big no-no. And then Axel Anderson with Clendening. That is also a big no-no. What about Checkage with Anderson? That is an even bigger no-no. And what about Chris Weidman? Okay, that's a fine. That's okay. And then what about Clendening with Weidman? That's a big no-no. And then Clendening with Checkage. Big no-no. Okay. So I like it how we had it. So we absolutely curb stomped the Toronto Maple Leafs in our first game post-deadline. Marc-Andre Fleury collects his first W as a Montreal Canadian. This is unbelievable. And like I said previous, we are going up to this game against the Flyers. Cam York's first game against his former team. Rattling off 2 L's there in a row, 3 L's in a row. And Yusuf Alamaki is back in the lineup, which is perfect, because now I can send down Brady Keeper. And Mike Hoffman is injured. Woohoo! Trade deadline acquisition. The guy who we needed to come through in a big-time way goes down with injury literally weeks. Not even. It might have been legitimately 1 week after he was traded for. He goes down with an injury. We do need to address the elephant in the room after that little excursion. And that elephant is Mike Hoffman sized, and it is that he is no longer in the room. He is on the IL. Michael Pezzetta is just not going to get it done. I think that it could be time for Sean Farrell to make his NHL debut. I really do. I think that Sean Farrell needs a crack in the big leagues. He needs to have his cup of coffee, and he needs to get ready for next year when he's going to become a full-time NHLer. So I'm going to call him up, and we are going to slide him in there, and we're just going to see what he does. We're just going to see how he goes. Pezzetta is going down. Farrell is coming up. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm excited for this kid. I think he's going to be something special in the land of Montreal. I really do. Sean Farrell, welcome to the big leagues, pal. Where does he want to be? He wants to be on the second line. Fucking everybody and their mother wants to be on the second line. But I kind of want to put him on the third line. Call me crazy. Maybe I am crazy. What happens if I do that? Nothing. Okay. I'm going to put Sean Farrell on the third line. He's going to be playing with the vet, Sean Monahan, and the other vet, Brendan Gallagher. And it's going to go well. It is going to go well. I also would like to put Valimaki up on the second line with Lindstrom and Weidman. I think. Right? Yeah, that makes sense. Valimaki, that's kind of his spot. I don't want him to dethrone Cam York or Caden Gooley. And I also think he's too good for the third pair. So we're going to chuck him in that second spot. Alright, we are going to slow sim Sean Farrell's NHL debut. We are going to see what beats Casey DeSmith. By the way, Cam York crashing the crease. Gets himself a tally. Let's go. Second period. Oh, 2 for the Canucks. Pius Suter and Elias Pettersson. We lead by 1 going into the third. Is this going to be a Stanley Cup final matchup in this franchise mode? Let's see. Power play Montreal. Sean Farrell, do your thing. That's a long one. That was like a 10-minute power play. And Sean Farrell! There he goes. Go Farrell for Farrell. His first NHL goal ices the game. And Caden Gooley on the empty netter. There he is. The man of the future in Montreal. Sean Farrell ices the game with his first career NHL goal. Let's see. He doesn't get a star, but Marc-Andre Fleury with the 2 goals allowed gets the second star. Just a fantastic game from your Montreal Canadiens. Good stuff. We need to play well. The Blackhawks need to play bad. First period against Cam York's former team, the Philadelphia Flyers, in Center Bell. Boom. Caden Gooley. Wicked wristy from the point, and I mean just completely wicked. Second period. Garnet Hathaway, Nick Delorier. The bottom 6, the bruisers for the Flyers are coming in, crashing the crease. They get 2. And then Caulfield gets 2 of his own. Third period. Victor Mete from the Hashies is going to tie up the game, and Mete again! Okay, thank God Monahan he got his head on his shoulders. He knows how to play hockey. Oh my gosh, and Maxime Comtois, the bottom 6 here in Philadelphia, has put up just about all of the goals for the Flyers. We are going to lose. Oh my God, Mike Hoffman with 2 minutes left. Oh my God! This game is wild. This game is wild. We're going to jump in. We got to watch overtime here, boys. I'm locking position as the coach. We're wearing which reverse retro? We're wearing the baby blue reverse retro. So here we go. 3-on-3 overtime from Center Bell in Montreal. Caulfield gets a puck off the draw. It's up to Suzuki. Suzuki dangles into Calgary hitman legend Travis Sanheim. He's got a partial break, Sanheim. He shoots. Big save there by Zet Fleury. Looks like Sanheim gets it again. That shot's partially blocked. And Lindstrom, the defensive defenseman, Gustav Lindstrom with a breakaway. Oh my God. He can't get it done. And Morgan Frost. Oh my God, thank God. Oh my God, he's dead. Morgan Frost dies at the... We are still out of the playoffs by 1 point. Who are we fighting with? the Islanders, the Blue Jackets, and just about everybody in the Central Division for a playoff spot. Here we are going up against the Hurricanes and then the Panthers. We're going to lose to the Panthers. We beat the Hurricanes though. Where are we? We are still 1 point out of the playoff spot. That loss to the Panthers is ginormous. That is such a game that we cannot afford to lose. And same here against the Tampa Bay Lightning. If we beat the Lightning here, we will jump into a stay. Exit. I meant to hit advanced day against the Lightning. And Juuso Välimäki is done again, this time until the middle of April. Oh, that is such a tough blow. That is such a tough blow. Juuso Välimäki was our guy. Oh, man. Kovacevic is going to have to be him. No. What the fuck is going on? Did we beat the Lightning? Hit the fucking... Shoot a win against the Lightning. You know what? It's not... It's good enough. It's good enough. We are now up 1 point. Not even. We are now in a divisional spot via the tiebreaker. We got to make some roster moves here. Alright, we got to edit lines. Oh my god. And then our next game is against the Leafs. Shitty fucking Leafs. Nobody likes these Leafs. Alright, Kovacevic. He's still a -1. Okay, whatever. Jack, buddy, do your thing. You're big and you're mean. Go fight somebody. Let's go. This game against the Leafs is a must-win. If we win this game, we will tie the Leafs for the second divisional spot in the playoffs. Oh my god, dude. We are holding on to that wildcard spot by an absolute thread. This game against the Leafs must win. And we lose in regulation. Oh my god, that's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. Alright, against the Rangers, they are not in a playoff position at all. However, they only have one less point than we do. The Atlantic Division is weak this year. This game against the Rangers, a must-win, and we get it done in regulation. And we now have brought both wildcard spots into the Atlantic Division. That is absolutely ginormous. This game against the Flyers, it goes without saying, is a must-win. Välimäki is back. Okay, I did not realize that he was going to be out for that long. Did not realize that. Välimäki is back. And we beat the Flyers. Oh, that is so big. That is so big. It might only be in the shootout, but that 1 point that the Flyers get from that is not enough to do anything, because they are so far out of the playoff hunt. That was ginormous. We just need Välimäki to stay healthy now, please. We now are in that wildcard spot. We are tied with the Lightning. We have the exact same record as the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tied for that third divisional spot, but they are holding it due to the tiebreak. Oh my god, are we fighting the Islanders? We are in direct contention for this playoff spot with the New York Islanders. We're going to slow sim this game. We are exactly tied in the standings with 86 points. We have to beat the Islanders. First period, we're up 2-0. Pierre Engvall for them, Chris Weidman, and Mike Hoffman for us. Second period, here in Long Island, it's a big one. Cole Caulfield for us, Matt Barzal for them. Third period, slow sim times 8, and Mason Marchment, Mr. Consistent, does what he does best. He's crashing the crease. Power play Montreal. Big, long one. No goals from it. 10 minutes to play here in Long Island. Can we close this one out, please? This would be huge for playoff ramifications. 5 to play. 3, 2, 1. Come on, boys. Hold on. Hold on. Let's go. Let's go. The Montreal Canadiens win in regulation. That is a ginormous win. That is huge playoff ramifications. We'll leapfrog the Lightning, but they have not played yet. They can still play, and if they win, then they're going to leapfrog us. But we get those huge 2 points from the New York Islanders. And now we have 3 divisional games against teams that we aren't in huge contention with. The Red Wings maybe not, but the Senators for sure. They've already clinched the playoff spot. We need this win more than I need air in my lungs. Can we get it, please? No, we lose in regulation. Oh, but the Sabres lost too. I guess the Sabres lost. No, they beat Florida. You can see up there in the top right. But we are still 1 point up on the Sabres and 1 point up on the Rangers as well for that wildcard spot. This is big. 2 games against Detroit. They are out of the playoffs. They will not be playing for Lord Stanley, but they are still in our division, and they have the power to play spoiler. It's a home and home against the Red Wings. First game, and we get it. The Little Caesars place is the fucking stomping grounds of the Montreal Canadiens. And are we in the playoffs? Are we clinched? We are clinched! The Montreal Canadiens will play for Lord Stanley in year 1. My controller fell as I was saying that. But these Montreal Canadiens will play for Lord Stanley in year number 1. This game, at home, the last game of the regular season, we will slow sim. Oh, that is fantastic. First period, 3-0 Detroit. Doesn't even matter. DeBrincat, Raymond, and Larkin. Second period, 2 for us. Marchenko, Slavkovsky, the men of the future here in Center Bell. Third period, we need 1 goal. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because no matter the outcome of this game, we will play for Lord Stanley's Cup. Power play Montreal. We can't get it done. Something late, boys. 5 to play. Dylan Larkin scores from a tough angle. That's no good at all. And it looks like that is going to do it for the regular season. Justin Hall adds on for good measure. That is just fine. Does not matter, because the Montreal Canadiens will play in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Nick Suzuki with 69 assists. Absolute beast. 90 points on the season. Let's figure out who we're going to play in round 1. Let's figure it out. The bummer is that we are playing as a wild card, which means that we are probably going to play against a Metropolitan Division team, and they are going to shit stomp us. Or no, does that mean we play against Ottawa? If we're a wildcard team, does that mean we play Ottawa? I don't know how that works. What I do know is that it's not going to be easy. Advanced Day, let's find out. One more day. It is going to be the Ottawa Senators versus the Montreal Canadiens in round 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. The Ottawa Senators, who won our division, the Atlantic Division. Ooh, that is big. That is big time. Starting to lose my voice a little bit. Let's go ahead and check out who played well for us. Obviously, Nick Suzuki and Cole Caulfield, shockingly, are leagues ahead of anybody else on this team. The only 2 guys who were point per game, the only 2 guys who had 55 points on the team were Nick Suzuki and Cole Caulfield. Then it was Kirby Dach, Slavkovsky, Mason Marchment, Mr. Freaking Consistent. This guy came in, he put up 10 points in 20 games in Dallas, and then he comes up and he puts up 30 points in 60 games in Montreal. This guy is so freaking consistent. It's incredible. Sean Monahan, the assist machine down there on the third line. Newhook was injured for a little bit, so his point total is kind of skewed. Hoffman as well was injured for 2 games. Gallagher played well in that third line. Marchenko had a 20-goal season. Cam York did well. Gooley. And I feel like he would have played so much better. Heinen as well. We kind of forgot to play Danton Heinen for the first couple months of the season, but he... Jack, didn't fucking score. This guy, what a plug. Let's check our attendees. Looks like Adden Hill shouldered most of the load in between the pipes. That is not going to be the case going forward into the playoffs, I'll tell you that right now. But 327 GAA, 900 save percentage. Honestly, I'm fine with that. He went 26 and 22. And then the Flower, 906, 295 for us. Oh my god, 923, 252. This guy is Jesus Christ playing for his hometown team. Marc-Andre Christ should be his name. This guy's a stud. He's definitely going to be our starting goaltender going forth. Let's see, who played well in the whole freaking league? Stuart Skinner went 47-17. If this guy doesn't win the Vezina Trophy, I will throw my dog into a canyon. This guy is so good. He started 70 games. Do they have? I'll tell you what, in real life, this team is not winning the President's Trophy. Vasilevsky was good. Saros, Jari, Vitek, Shesterkin. All right, a lot of the usual suspects are up here. No shocker that Jacob Markstrom played like shit. No shocker. Where is he? Where is he? No shocker that Jordan Binnington played like shit. Let's check out the skaters. Connor McDavid with 119 points leads the league. 57 goals. He doesn't lead the league in goals. That honor goes to Nikita Kucherov. 58 goals. I don't think there's a chance that anybody's beaten that. But Crosby with 113 points. Fucking Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is up there with 108 points. Okay, so that must be the first line in Edmonton. It's probably either Draisaitl, McDavid, Nuge, or Draisaitl, McDavid, and then Nuge is on the second line, is what I'm guessing. Kucherov is up there, obviously. Pasta, Eichel, Marchand. So only, what's that? Only 6 guys got over 100 points. Where does Suzuki come in? He got clean 90. Ovi with 46 goals. Ovi didn't get 50. Ooh. Ovi didn't get 50. But Matthews did. Cale Makar's up there with 74 assists. This guy. Oh my god, there's Suzuki. Caulfield is there. Tyler Toffoli had a great year. Yeah, good for him. Good for him. Who is going to win the Calder Trophy? My guess is going to be Connor Bedard. Yep. Point per game in his rookie season goes Connor Bedard. And the next closest didn't even have 30 points. Oh my god. Connor Bedard ran away with the Calder Trophy this year. Holy. That's crazy. That is unbelievable. Matty Nyes got 16 points. That's not bad. Let's have a look at the Montreal, or not at the Montreal. Let's have a look at the Edmonton Oilers. I want to know how they were so good. They had McDavid, they had Nuge, they had Dry, they had a 90-point season from Zach Hyman, 75 points from Kane. They had almost a 40-goal season from Connor Brown. Oh my god. God, Bouchard had a nice year. Warren Fogle put up 30 points. Seth Griffith? No, I gotta see their lines after this. Where the hell is Seth Griffith playing? They had a crazy year from a whole bunch of guys, and then obviously they had Stuart Skinner start 70 games and win 47 of them. Even Jack Campbell went 12-4. Holy hell. Oh my god, I gotta see their freaking lines, dude. Holy. That is crazy stuff. Oh, I should save real quick, too. Game saved. Beautiful. Alright, view lines. I gotta see the lines that the Edmonton Oilers are working with. Because there's no way that these guys should be so good. So it is Draisaitl, McDavid, Hyman, Kane, Nuge, and Connor Brown. 40-goal Connor Brown. Just about. He had 37 goals. Good lord, his next highest was 21! Holy hell. This guy's so good. Out of nowhere. Seth Griffith is there on the 4th line with Dylan Holloway, Janmark. Oh my god. These guys aren't even like a super deep team. They just have McDavid, Draisaitl, and 40-goal Connor Brown. Nurse Bouchard, CC Ekholm. Oh my god. Thank God we are not in the Western Conference. I do not want to see that team in the Stanley Cup playoffs. But speaking of teams that we might be seeing in the Stanley Cup playoffs, let's check out the league standings. So Edmonton Oilers go 58-20-4, win the President's Trophy. Next team up was the Penguins with 52 wins. Then Colorado, New Jersey. Minnesota played really well. That was awesome. Good for them. Ottawa. The Atlantic Division is so weak that the division-winning Ottawa Senators are only 7th in the league in standings-wise. Toronto, Tampa Bay, and then Montreal obviously is us. Who was the worst playoff qualifier? The Anaheim Ducks are 39-35-8, and they made the playoffs. That is so crazy, man. Where did Chicago finish? Chicago made the playoffs? No way! This team is so bad. Why did they make the playoffs? No! Oh, I'm just happy I didn't trade any futures for that first round pick. But Chicago makes the playoffs and we do not have a lottery pick in year one. That was my fail-safe too. I got their pick because I thought they weren't going to be in the playoffs. Oh, that is such a bummer. Oh my god. Alright, and the last place team, the Los Angeles Kings, 30-47-5. Where did we finish in terms of goals for per game? Did we get better? I think we were like 3.1 last time I checked. Let's see. Montreal Canadiens, 3.24. Hey, we got a little bit better. Goals against per game, I think we were 3.6-ish. Hopefully we didn't get worse. Oh, we definitely got worse. Oh my god, we got so much worse. Oh my god. Oh my lord. We are towards... Oh, that's the top of... Oh my god, we're going the wrong way. We are going the wrong way. We are one of the best teams in the league in terms of goals allowed per game. Goals for per game. It is not looking that way. We are one of the worst. So we don't score, but we keep the puck out of the net. And that's all you need. Power play goals, we had 45. That is kind of middle of the road. That is, yeah. Is that? Well, that's like almost top of the road. How is our power play in terms of percentage? In terms of percentage. Edmonton had the best power play, 24.4. Are we really shocked? Are we really shocked? Where are we? 16.7. Ooh! That is middle of the road for sure. That is not very great. What about our PK percentage? 81.3. Where does that put us in the league? We're probably pretty up there. Edmonton, bro, they had a nasty power play and a nasty penalty kill. That is brutal. Alright, where are we? Again, I think we're middle of the road again. Yeah. Oh, we're almost bottom of the league. We need a better penalty kill. But 22-15 on the road. Alright, so we're a better road team than a home team. Maybe it's a bit of a blessing that we are facing the Ottawa Senators, and they have home team advantage for the first round. And maybe me saying that is going to come back to bite me in the ass. But that is about all I got for this episode. Oh, no, I got one more thing. We're going to check out the playoff tree, and I'm going to make some horrible predictions. So Minnesota and Nashville, Colorado and Dallas, Vegas versus Anaheim, Edmonton versus the Blackhawks, New Jersey versus the Rangers. That should be a good series. Penguins versus the Caps. That's also a good series. Toronto and Tampa Bay, and Ottawa versus your Montreal Canadiens. I'm a little bit scared for our road through the playoffs. We were the worst team in the Atlantic to make the playoffs. And in the second round, we have Toronto or Tampa Bay waiting for us. Both of them are juggernauts. And that's even if we can get through the division-winning Ottawa Senators. Ooh. Vegas is going to absolutely mollywomp Anaheim for sure. Same with Edmonton on Chicago. That could be a lot of fun. I'm going to say it's going to be Edmonton versus Tampa Bay in the Stanley Cup playoffs. It could also be Edmonton versus Toronto in the playoffs too. There's no way that the Senators are better than the Leafs. So that's my predictions. Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave it. Be sure to smash like on the video. Subscribe if you have not yet, and I will see you in the next one.